greeting and serving guests.
Good evening. Fried enough to eat today?
Boy, I'll say.
Well, that's great. Would you care for some ham or beef?
A little both, I think.
All right.
Making friendly conversations like this is a big part of greeting and serving guests. At other buffet-style restaurants, guests often feel they're on their own. Once they've paid for the meal, no one pays much attention to them. At Old Country Buffet, we work hard to make sure our guests never feel that way. As a carver, you spend a little more time with guests and other team members. That means you have a great chance to make them feel welcome and appreciated. By greeting the guest warmly and holding brief conversations as you serve them, you say to our guests, "We're glad you're here." Let's take a closer look at greeting guests. Every conversation you hold with a guest should begin something like this.
Good evening.
Or,
Hi, how are you?
once you've greeted the guest, start a brief conversation. Try asking a question the guest can answer in a sentence or two. You might ask something like this.
Is it still hot out there?
Or this.
Did you catch a game last night?
Or this.
Have you tried the lasagna? It's my favorite.
Don't forget to hold quick conversations with our younger guests, too. Children often play a big part in deciding which restaurant their parents visit. We want them to feel welcome and special here, too. So start conversations with children by saying something like this.
What grade are you in at school?
Or this.
Have you decided what dessert you're going to have?
Or this.
Do you like hot fudge sundaes?
Once you've held a brief conversation, it's time to move on to the second half of this shift duty, serving the guests. Begin by asking,
Would you care for some ham or beef?
Ham, please.
once guests have chosen what meat they want, you'll carve a slice of it. Exactly what size of slice you will serve will be a judgment call on your part, unless the guest makes a special request. We don't limit the cost can have. We do, however, manage it to reduce waste. Here are some guidelines for knowing how much meat to serve a guest. When your guest's plate has very little on it, carve a full cut. Lay it over the bare portion of the plate. Children usually prefer smaller portions. Carve them a smaller cut. Place it on an open section of the plate. If your guest's plate looks like this, a quarter cut or a half cut of the meat the guest requests. Sometimes guests will tell you exactly what size of cut or number of pieces they want. Other guests will ask you to carve a slice thicker than our usual dime width. These guests all feel they're getting more when getting a thicker cut. Actually, the thin cut ensures them a tender piece of meat, which is why we carve dime thicknesses. If a guest asks you,
I'd like a half-inch slice of that roast beef, please.
say something like this.
I'd be glad to carve you that. Thinner slices are more tender, though. Would that be all right? You can always come back up for more.
Okay.
Of course, if the guest insists on a thicker slice, honor the request. No matter what the topic of your conversation has been or what size slice you've served, you will end each guest contact with the same phrase.
How's that for you?
That's fine, thanks.
Asking, how's that, makes sure guests are happy with the slice they received. If they're not, or if they also want a slice of a different meat, you can correct the situation promptly. Guests will sometimes ask you questions about the food we serve and how we prepare it. To be ready for these questions, make the most of opportunities to learn about our menu items. If you are asked a question you can't answer, find someone who can answer it. The nearest manager is usually a good place to start. Your third shift duty is maintaining the carving station. As you carve and serve meats, your station quickly loses the cleanliness and appeal it had when the restaurant opened. Throughout your shift, you'll complete routine cleaning and maintenance tasks to return your station to its original appearance. Here are some of the tasks you'll complete. Wipe grease from the carving board with a paper towel. Grease and meat scraps spoil the appearance of your station. Wipe them away frequently. Discard the used paper towels in the wastebasket immediately. Keep the wastebasket in a spot that is. Then, wipe the carving board, front board, and stainless steel surfaces with a clean, sanitized towel. between groups of guests to wipe your carving knives and chef's forks with your clean, sanitized towel. Keep an eye on the walls, mirrors, sneeze guards, and floors around your station to make sure they stay clean. If they aren't, use the time between guests to clean them. Floor spills immediately by guarding the area personally or putting up a wet floor sign until the spill can be cleaned up. Damp mopping the area with hot, soapy water, and leaving the wet floor sign in place until the area is completely dry. Be sure to wash your hands after performing every cleaning task. Rinse out your towels frequently in sanitizing solution. Towels that aren't sanitized frequently not only are unappetizing to look at, but they also leave streaks on the stainless steel. Maintaining the carving station includes maintaining carving knives. To keep your knives sharp and ready to carve, you use a grooved steel rod called, appropriately, the steel doesn't actually sharpen the knife. It hones it by aligning microscopic burrs on the edge of the blade. After cutting about 10 to 15 slices of meat, you will notice that your knife isn't cutting as easily as it was when it was first sharpened. It's then that you'll use the steel to restore the knife's edge. Here's how to use the steel. Note that the process is described for right-handed carvers. If you are left-handed, reverse the process. Before you start, put a carver's protective glove on each hand. Hold the steel in your left hand. Hold the steel so the point is up. You will keep the steel's tip up throughout this process. Hold the knife in your right hand. Place the blade of the knife at the base of the steel on the side furthest from you. The cutting edge should be facing up. Blade up the steel, working left to right. Make sure the entire blade is drawn across the steel. Next, blade of the knife at the tip of the steel on the side closest to you. Again, the cutting edge should face up. Draw the blade down left to right. This hones the other side of the blade's cutting edge. Repeat this process several times on each side of the cutting edge. Draw the blade over the clean, sanitized towel lying on the carving counter. Do not hold the towel in your left hand. Your carving knives are sharp enough to slice not only through the towel, but on fingers. Remember, knives are never taken to the dish room for cleaning. Once you have wiped the steel with your clean, sanitized towel, return it to its appropriate place. Your fourth shift duty is assisting when the guest flow is light.
There we are. There. Hi. All right. Hello. My name is Frisco Pinball. Hopefully you know that by now, if you're here. I'm here. Move this closer. I am here for another edition of Tuesday Night Tributes, where we try to make sure that we celebrate all of the awesome VPin creators that are here with us, providing us many, many hours of free entertainment and their awesome ingenuity and creativity. It's crazy the amount of different experiences you can have in pinball. I started, again, if you haven't heard this, it's probably the 50th time, but here it is. I started playing pinball again at the beginning of the pandemic, like a lot of people. And that's when I discovered virtual pinball, and there were a ton of different ways you could approach playing pinball. You could play a JP Solis table. You could play, hey, what up, Hawkeyes? You could play, at the time, a NOR table, Schizo table, G5K, and they all offered these crazy different experiences, and they were all awesome. And one of the most original creators out there that I have found, it's such a different, and I don't mean different in bad, I mean different in good, experience, is Remdwaas, and he is here with us. You can say hi, we can test our audio, make sure it works. Yes, I think it is. Hopefully everyone can hear you. But Remdwaas is a virtual pinball creator, and he's awesome. And I'm very thankful that he agreed to join me on this Tuesday. Just the scheduling thing, this is the last Tuesday Night Tributes. For a little bit, I'm going to be going away in July on a family vacation. I'll be back for 1 week in July, but taking the month of July off, going to enjoy some family time. So I really do thank him. This is a great sort of send off for hopefully a lot of you. Oh, you can't hear me? Hold on. Hollywood, can you hear me? Hello, hello? A real life? No, you guys should be able to. Oh, you can't hear him. Sorry. Okay, hold on. Let me double check that. Okay, 1 sec. Okay, can you say hello, hello?
Hello?
There we
Hello
go.
all?
There we go. Gotcha. All right.
Can you hear me?
There.
Test 1, 2, 3. Test 1, 2, 3.
There it is. All right, thank you. See, streaming is so fun. But anyways, one of the best original creators I found was Remdwaas, and he is gracious enough to speak to us tonight about his creations. We're going to play a few of his tables. Some I had never played before. I'm ignorant on everybody's creations. I try to get as many as I can. But some are some really cool hidden gems. And one of them, we're going to lead off with his Pokemon Pinball. I have spent a good amount of time playing this because it's just kind of a cool set of rules on it. It's got a very friendly approach as far as new pinball players, and I just love that there are so many different ways you can play pinball, and he has created a lot of them, and I love them. You've seen him on Wacky Racers, you've seen him on the very mature South Park table, which is a good integration of the actual theme for South Park. So, Remdwaas, thank you. You can say hi and introduce yourself in a sentence or two if you'd like.
Yeah, hi again. I hope everybody can hear me now.
Yes, you're good.
Yeah, like for most people know, my name is in real life it's Remco, and my nickname is IEM. That's for Remco, and Dwaas is Dutch for like crazy because I love to do the crazy things in life, and I love to make pinball tables. So that's about me.
Cool. So I always usually start with, again, thank you again for coming to talk with me. I'm really hoping to give you some more exposure and expose and give people the knowledge that your tables exist out there. Hopefully, you get some good feedback too after when people see this, and hopefully play some of your tables. How did you start getting into pinball? Did you play as a kid with physical pinball, or did you start recently? Or not recently, but maybe in the last few years?
Now, the way I started pinball was in DOS with Night Mission Pinball, and after that I played Space Cadet 3D Pinball from Windows 95. And the first time I ever touched a real pinball machine was this year with my brother, and I played then Aerosmith.
Ooh.
So that's how I started with pinball. And like what you said, because I just look back my first release, it was in 2020. So I also started like before the pandemic to look into virtual pinball because I downloaded already a couple of games, and then I just saw the site, and then I thought, okay, this looks nice, and let me try to make something.
Were you, as a kid, were you a console gamer? Did you play Nintendo or Sega Genesis or any of that?
Yeah, Super Nintendo, I played that one. Later, when I was older, I just bought the old Nintendo, and then I played like Mario Kart, Donkey Kong, and things like that.
For Space Cadet, I feel like a lot of us, that was kind of our start. I started, I think before Space Cadet, there was an old pinball game for Nintendo. It had Mario in it. It was just called Pinball. But Space Cadet was such a beginning or origin story for a lot of us. I just remember because it came standard with everybody's computer, so everybody would just play that. Did you get a chance to play the remake, I think, by JP Salas recently? Or
Yeah, I did that. I was really happy to play that.
Yeah, right. And see, that's why I'm so appreciative of all of you virtual pinball creators, because there are things like that that get made or remade, and then we get to enjoy maybe a small part of our childhood. So when you played Aerosmith by Stern, were you impressed by the physical aspect of it and then said, hey, I can I can make something with this layout, or I can be creative myself, or I can make my own pinball table, or were you just playing it just kind of as, hey, my brother's taking me to go play pinball?
No, no, no. I just wanted to play a real machine, because I only play the virtual machines. So I just want to see the different, and yeah, it's two different worlds, really.
It is, right? Were you impressed with how close some of the virtual tables can get to physical with that experience? Because I know physics is a big thing, and so it's different when you're sitting there playing a physical machine and the ball it has a mind of its own no matter how hard you nudge or move it. Um, were you surprised by how different it was or how close some of it was?
For me, how different it was.
Gotcha. Was it the feedback or the whole experience?
And it's like the whole experience, because you see things in 3D, but if you see it real close up, then it's so different.
Is there something that impressed you the most about seeing a physical pinball machine?
Yeah, how good the virtual pinball looks. That surprised me.
Exactly, right? Um,
Yeah.
do you have a lot of pinball places near you? Or with machines, or do you have to kind of travel far out if you want to go play some?
I think I have to travel more than 1 hour to play one.
So if you're gonna go play, you got to be dedicated and ready for it.
Yeah, indeed. You have to make a day trip out of it.
Have you had a chance to play any other physical pins recently, or do you have a favorite?
Yeah. I don't have really a favorite. Yeah, I have a favorite one on virtual pinball. That's the Pokemon table that you're
Yeah,
going to show, and Attack of Mars,
nice.
because I really like to just shoot the aliens and that's it. And um, I went 4 weeks ago. I went on holiday, and I went to a pinball club Milano, and there I played some tables, and that was really nice.
Cool.
Like World Cup Soccer '93 or something with the ball that spinning.
Yeah.
That's and I saw that Des posted yesterday Knorr's tables,
Yes.
old ones, and that one also in it. So I downloaded it, but I'm excited to play that one as well.
That World Cup table is so much fun. And what's crazy is it's got a ton of toys on it, like the giant soccer ball, the little goalie. It's got the Magnus save that you can use to sort of save the ball, I think on the left-hand side. And it's fun. It's a light show. It's very, very cool. And yes, thank you to Daz for re-uploading Nora's tables, because that one was lost in the mix. The reason I was asking you about physical pinball tables is I kind of wanted to see what your um, motivation or inspiration is when you're creating a table. Is there something you look for when you're starting to create? And um, yeah, that's my question. I'll follow up with something else after.
Yeah, that's for me. It's like finding a team. What do I like? Because if you're going to make a pinball table, you have to like it yourself. Because
Yes.
it's really a lot of dedication to finish one. So I just start with a team, and then I will get. I'm googling for the art, and I will find the music and things like that. And from there on, I will build a table.
That's awesome. So so obviously you're not gonna pick something like Pokemon and be like, oh, I hate Pokemon. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna enjoy this.
Uh, yeah, indeed.
So so what was your start in virtual pinball creation? What did you start? Did you start with a retheme or a demo table? I know it was you've had your original creations, but did you start by learning by watching YouTube, or how did you get started with your process?
The first table is a table that I never released, and I keep that one for myself because
Yes,
it's
that's
it's not that really good. And what I did is I looked into the code of GP sellers,
okay.
and then he said, look at Miraculous. and because that was an easy one to find out. And then I also want to do the flasher because I love to make my own images
Oh, cool.
because then you can customize everything. And from there on, I start building a table. And then when I'm stuck or something else, I just send him a message in the beginning. And then I just built Doraemon after that.
That's awesome. Is the customization of images or artistry your favorite part in making a table, or do you have another favorite part in the creation process?
I think that's cutting the audio
Audio?
because your table can look nice and can play nice, but if it doesn't have nice audio or just funny things in it, yeah, then the magic is gone in a table.
Yeah,
For me, it's like with South Park, just finding the right call outs and things like that, and just watching all seasons over and over again, just to find that little sparkling of joy.
exactly. There's so many. When we play the South Park table, people will see there are so many cool call outs, and again, it's for a mature audience, but I hope people get to take a look at it and see what you're talking about. When you started, did you have sort of an already built-in knowledge of some of the programs that are used, like Blender or some of the coding skills, or was this something you had to pick up brand new?
Uh, I've done coding, but not so much. VB.net
Okay.
and also HTML, just like for building web page when I was on like college. And I didn't, yeah, I had some experience with Audacity, but with Blender, nothing,
Okay.
totally nothing. Yeah, Photoshop, I also had a little bit experience, so every time it's finding out new things.
Cool. Are you slowly finding a standardization in your tables that your creations that you're using? Like you're always going to use this set of physics or this way of making your images, or is it always learning or trying new things for what comes in the future?
So what I did was I took the sample table that's in VPX itself, and then I built a little bit of a framework on it, and that's what I use for the base. And then I built everything up from scratch, so I don't have any standard or anything else.
That's good. That's good. You don't have to recreate everything every single time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's
Like for the
awesome.
score is already inside, and some how to say it? Yeah, some code.
Cool. Do you play on a desktop or do you have your own cab? How do you get your VPX fill on?
Mostly I'm behind my laptop, like
Cool.
now,
Oh, cool.
because of creation, and I built a cap myself. I don't know if you can see it.
Oh, look at that. That's awesome. What does that say on the front? Are those
Uh, Pincade,
Oh, nice.
because it's like pinball arcade, so I called it Pincade.
I love it. Do you play arcade games on there too?
Yeah, I try to, but I just bought an arcade one up, and I'm going to mod that. And
Oh, nice.
I I'm still in doubt uh, or of getting an arcade one-up pinball or at Legend pinball table
Yeah. That's
because they are easier to mod.
exactly. Yeah. I always tell people I prefer the at games just because it has a bigger screen size.
Yeah,
And there's a lot of like we talked with Major Frenchie last week. He's working on other things with it. I have some of those arcade one ups that I've modded, the arcades itself, and they're fun to mod. They're a really cool project and it gets those creative juices flowing, so to speak.
yeah,
So do
yeah.
you
Because
work? Go ahead. Go ahead.
what?
No, go ahead. You were
Oh,
saying something.
yeah, yeah. Because I also have a Cinder light gun and I love to play Duck Hunt, so that's why I wanted to have an arcade.
Yeah, yeah. I created a light gun one because I used to love those like Virtua Cop or Time Cop, something. I forgot the name of it. In the arcade where you would just kind of look, it had that polygon-esque look, and House of the Dead. That was always fun. So when you're working in creating these tables, are you trying to focus on one at a time, or are you kind of doing a shotgun approach where you just whatever you feel like working on that day, that's what you're going to work on?
Yeah, it will be better to focus one of on a time, but I have so many on the backlog, just so that I just go, okay, today my mood is this, and today my other mood is that. So just what for me is suitable.
That's awesome. Do you find more joy in the beginning of the process or when it's finally released or during it?
Um, it's like it's like a wave. Because I can say with Wacky Races, Joey and I were really done. Really, because it was just so much. So in the beginning, there's the joy that goes up, and then we do the testing and other things, and something is broke and stays broke, and for me, it goes really down. And then finally, I'm happy that it's released.
That's awesome. Are you usually, or not usually, but do you if you find have you found stuff where you couldn't figure out what's breaking it and then needed to reach out to other creators or coders?
Yeah, multiple times. For Pokemon, I got a stuck ball. I reach out to GP sellers for FNAF. I also reached out to GP for a double ball in the kicker. For South Park, I reached out to Oxfam because I couldn't get the bus driving, and with the mode from Jesus and Satan, it registered a double hit when you play the gate, and I didn't want that. And he also helped to code the moving target. And in Monkey Island, he helped coding the wheel because I was not able to. Yeah, and if I get stuck, I just ask people of on the forums or in VP workshop in the app just to help out.
That's awesome. And I got to give you a shout out for Escape from Monkey Island. That was such a cool surprise because a lot of us grew up on those PC games, that series. And I think when the treasure chest opened for the first time, I was like, oh, that is cool. Like, that's such a cool effect. Is there something as we get ready to play Pokemon, is there a sort of process you have in mind for creating rules or rule sets? Or you just sort of, okay, what should my first mode be? Should it be collecting a Pokemon or should it be upgrading my Pokeball? Or how do you go about creating your rule sets for these tables? Because it's one thing to retheme a table and sort of take an existing ROM and make a few changes, make it some theme that you may enjoy. But to create your actual own rules and modes, is there something you're looking to do usually or how you do it?
No, it's every table different. I start just with a brainstorm session and then write things in Notepad and then make the first rules of the table. And then later on, when I build the table, you will get the extra rules.
Okay, cool. Is it harder to code the rules, or is that something you've gotten a little more used to now that you've had so many tables under your belt? You kind of know what modes are more fun, like, okay, hit a few ramps, the mode is done, or what do you think?
Um, every table is like learning and see what's best fit of it.
Okay, cool. Do you have a favorite mode in any of your tables? Do you have a favorite shot or favorite mode?
Yeah, it's like to catch the Pokemon because Pokemon Pinball is really close to what it was on the Game Boy Advance and on the Game Boy itself. The shots that you have to make are almost identical the same.
Awesome.
And to catch them and things like that, that's for
Yeah,
me was really fun to do.
when the ball comes up or the Pokemon comes up and then the ball comes up and catches them, moves them down, very, very cool. Very cool.
Yeah,
So with that, we're going to start up Pokemon Pinball by our friend here, very gracious guest, Remdwaas. Hopefully, again, I apologize if I'm not saying that right. But his video is going to go away. His audio will still be here. And there is a command you can do, ! REM as in Mary, DWAAS as in Sam. It will take you to his VP Universe and VP Forums page because he posts on both sites. So we want to make sure that that is given there. So please, if you can, check out his files, check out the tables, give them a go, and make sure you give them feedback. What is do you like when people comment or leave a review? What's the best way to give you feedback, would you say?
By leaving a comment.
Okay.
because that just how to say it, that your work is recognized, because like for Pokemon Pinball it's like more than 1,000 hours that I put into it.
Oh my goodness! Holy cow! That was going to be one of my other questions, but I guess I'll just ask it now. Is
Yeah.
that the most you've spent creating a table?
No,
No.
I think with Wacky Races it was a lot more than that.
Well, thank you again. That's a lot of free time that you've given, and I hope it brings you joy. So we're gonna load up Pokemon Pinball so everybody can take a look. And we'll say goodbye for a sec. All right, there he goes. Again, there is the command. Let me load everything up for you real quick. Where'd my back glass scene go? There it is. There I am. And let's move this and then load up Popper. And there's an error already, which is somewhat typical. I think I have some issues with Popper sometimes. I get this error, but it goes away after I load it up a couple times. Once I changed my GPU, I just started getting a couple issues. Oh, and we have your awesome logo of you and an alligator, riding an alligator.
Yeah.
So here is Pokemon Pinball.
Please wait. I am now loading up the game.
And
Have fun.
we'll give this a go. Is there something you'd like me to shoot for first, or do you want to kind of give some details on its development while it loads and gets ready?
Yeah, just shoot the Weeping Bell.
Say that again. I'm sorry, it cut out.
Okay, just shot the Weeping Bell.
The Reaping
Then
Bell.
you,
Okay.
yeah, then you start the mode for getting a Pokemon. Then you have to hit the bumpers,
Got
just
it.
like
Yeah.
in the Game Boy, and then it will start the mode.
And the gym on the right, is that just a set of flashers, or can you get up to that play field? I don't think I've ever seen it.
That's for the battle, because if you play you see the bush with the
Yes.
Pikachu, and there you see an target, and if
Got
you
it.
hit that 3 times, the Poke Flute will come up, and then Snorlax will go away, and then you can shoot in the battle cave.
Nice. Do you have a favorite Pokemon?
Yeah, Alakazam, that's
Ooh.
also on the table.
Oh, nice. I don't think I've seen, is Mewtwo on here? There we go. Did you hear me? Sorry. Thank you, Random Retro, for that follow. Is Mewtwo on this channel? Oh, there's the Pokemon in the middle. I gotta catch it. And almost.
Now, yeah, it's in there.
Oh,
So
nice.
now you have Bulbasaur, and you have to hit it 3 times, and then the lights with
We
the
got
lamps
it.
also work.
We got it. Thank you, Paladin, for the 100 bits. You are awesome. So, in designing the layout, it was modeled after the Game Boy Pokemon Pinball.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's like a mix. It's like because they had also the Pokemon ball in the middle. Only what you see below with the catch flashers and the playfield below. That's the playfield is below the border. That's from the art from the Game Boy. So I just want to reuse that just to have the same size as playfield.
Cool. And what were the letters that I was shooting? EVO for the evolution of the Pokemon?
Yeah, and then it's
Okay,
going to do the evolution, and you also see that then on your DMD. So I had to make more than 1100 DMDs for this table.
So you're using Flex DMD a lot, or Ultra DMD, or Flex or Ultra,
No,
one of the
Flex.
Flex. Got it. Okay. Is that your preferred DMD?
Yeah, it is. And then I use GP's flashers so I can show the pictures on it.
Cool. And what's your? I know you said the favorite part was the middle of this table, right? Basically.
Yeah,
Oh, the Weeping
yeah,
Bell. Yes.
yeah.
So
Indeed, just to shoot and then just you can catch a Pokemon.
cool.
That's really fun because I've never seen that's happen on a table. So
What was your other than the game? But did you have any other inspiration in sort of getting this created, or was it just to try and model it after the Game Boy version? Is there something you wanted to do different than the Game Boy version, or no?
yeah, because with the version with the Game Boy Advance, where the cave is now, there was an egg, and the eggs I put down near the inlanes and outlanes.
Okay.
Because I couldn't make a Pokemon that was flying and drop an egg, because that's something I didn't like from the gameplay. And I've did the modification of the Pokemart and get the Poké Center.
Nice.
That's what I put there, and also I used the television series to find the art and to get the shout outs and things like that.
That's awesome. The part.
Now you see the battle.
Yes. I forgot you're on a delay. I did just win the battle.
Yeah, yeah.
I
That's
was-
for the playfield. It's like from a Pokemon Stadium that they're fighting. So I just want to make that extra thingy.
That's super cool. And you have a very, I will say, and the reason why I love your tables is they're also generous with ball saves, and not in an egregious way, not like too over the top, but they're generous because then it lets the gameplay keep flowing. Because sometimes the gameplay is fast, and that's for good reason. Because the flipper strength is solid, and you're shooting into maybe an open playfield. So we just got Jigglypuff, I think.
Yeah.
That's so cool. I love. Did you? So, were all the original Pokemons in here, or did you add any of the newer series, or is it just basically? Yeah.
No, because for me, my childhood, I played this when I was like 12 years old or something.
Yeah.
So that's why it just remembers me, and I only want to do the old ones.
That's cool. So, was it easy to put all of them in the table, or was it just sort of getting a database of the original Pokemon and then somehow getting the assets for them and transferring them over?
Yeah, I got the assets from them, and it's like from Pokemon Quest that I use.
Okay.
And then I use only the say the first one before it evolves, and then you get around 80 or more 3D objects that you have to show. And the only tricky part of this table, it was the first time I did a 3D really animation, because you see the ball move.
Yep.
And the timing, I used first like 30 timers to to make this, and then after a while I coded it back till less, because the table got stuck, and I just found the right amount of timers to do this trick.
That's awesome. I love the change in the ball too. What triggers the upgrade in the Pokeball?
Uh, you see up, you see the letters BEL. It's
Yeah.
like for ball. Only that's Dutch, because for English you need the double L.
That's okay. I think we could make that translation all day.
Yeah.
So
and
basically
it's just like a Pokemon Pinball on the Game Boy. Then also the ball change.
Oh, that's so funny. I didn't even realize that. So basically those rollover lanes at the top.
Yeah.
And how do you? What is the ultimate goal? To catch all of them? Are you catching 150 on this table?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know, 60 or 80 or something
okay.
that I catch.
Oh my goodness. So basically, your goal is to catch them all, and then at the end, is the wizard mode to become a grand champion, or are you a grand battle master?
No, then you just finish the game
Oh, that's
because
it.
yeah, because I don't think it's possible for anybody to do this eventually.
Yeah,
Because it's
I
to see how
I've,
much you can get.
yeah, I've been
And
I put out some time on it, and I don't think I've come close. Okay, battle time.
yeah,
Uh,
I really have a delay because I only see you hitting the O.
yeah, no, it's all good. I'm gonna try to wait for the delay to catch up, since you're watching on the stream too. So I think, yeah. So that is a very cool feature that I really haven't seen on any table. That little cool little battlefield. It's kind of, you see mini playfields or upper playfields. What was the Oh, there we go. We're in the bonus on the bottom playfield. How hard is it to code this mini playfield underneath the table?
uh, it's not that hard. The only thing you have to understand is that when it's below the table in VPX, you cannot use balls to show things. So everything that you want to show is with 3D objects.
Okay.
But it's not that hard to code it.
Oh, okay, that's cool. Do you plan on using that feature in other tables? I'm not sure. I think so. I know in Escape from Monkey Island, I don't know if it's underneath the treasure box, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, there's also playfield below. Wacky Races, there's also playfield below. Halo, there's also playfield below.
Nice.
It's like in 4 tables.
That's awesome. Well, hey, it's a good feature. I like it. And so I'm glad you like it too. Oh, we got what is this guy's name?
Mr. Mime.
Mr. Mime, that's it, yeah.
I only see the black picture
Yeah.
because of the delay. Now I see Mr. Mime.
There it is. And is the back glass dynamic or is it static? I thought I just saw it change, but maybe it isn't.
No, static.
Are you making your back glasses too?
Yeah.
Okay. That's just a image process of picking out what image you want and going from there?
Yeah, that's true. And like for Monkey Island, it was more because I wanted to do something different and show also scores on the BTS.
Gotcha.
How many times you hit the monkeys, complete the monkeys, and things like that. So, but I make them all myself.
That's awesome. The mode, it sort of tells you what what mode you need or what you should go for above the Pokeball in the center of the playfield. Was that? Oh, that was kind of cool. Is that? Hey, we got. Oh, here's Meowth. I think that's his name. Yeah. Was that hard to implement the sort of instructions on what to do?
Yeah, that's why we did that also for Wacky Races, just like on the apron. So you can see what you need to hit, so you don't have to look up the rules.
Yeah, I know some table. There we go. We got another one. Some tables have it, all the rules on the left apron card. Some have it, maybe like I think Blood Machines has it on the right apron card, or you can hold down a flipper and cycle with your left flipper, all that kind of stuff. What is it about this physics set that you like the most? That it's sort of quicker, or is there a reason you chose to go with this sort of approach in making your tables?
Yeah, for me, they have to just play well, and then for me, it's fine.
Do you do a lot of play testing yourself, or do you try to give it to other people to sort of help test for you, not for you, but with you, so to speak?
In the beginning, and also with the Pokemon table, I didn't know that you can have in VPX you have a mode that you can just allow ball control.
Oh,
I didn't know that, so I was just playing and playing over the table till I get the shot. So it cost me so many hours more,
Oh,
and
no.
then they told me that you can just do the ball control, and it saved me like 200 hours.
Well, at least you got to sharpen your skills, right?
Yeah.
That's so awesome. Dude, I didn't know they had that either. That's sort of funny. Have you taken a look at VPE at all?
Yeah, I did, and I talked also with the creators, but
Mhm.
I really have to first learn Unity to do that, because if I want to do that, I just want to create an original, because I wanted to bring this Pokemon table to VP, only it's not ready for that, because you cannot use custom scripts yet.
Ah, okay. In bringing this to, we have another battle. In bringing this to VPE, are you looking to make it more of a complete overhaul, or is it just sort of a graphical improvement, or are you just trying to adapt it to that new engine in Unity?
Yeah, I just try to adapt it.
Okay, that's cool. Um, are you? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm trying to make sure I hit my shot so I can impress you. So, I gotta shoot the bumpers. Nice. We got another battle going.
I'm just with Magikarp.
Do you ever participate in any like pinball competitions online, or are you just more interested in the creative process?
Really in the creative progress, because I talk a lot with Rick and Pinstraat and Dan,
Oh yeah.
and they are really Rick is I don't know how that guy does it, but he like breaks almost every high score. I'm getting really crazy because, like on South Park, I only get 2 million, and then he just sent me a message. Oh, I have 40 million something, and then I'm like, how, dude? How do you do that?
You're like, I made the table. How did you do
Yeah. So I'm not a great pinball player myself, but I just enjoy it.
That's awesome. No, I totally understand. There are people out there like Rick and Pinstrat Stan. They do an amazing job of, sort of, finishing tables, so to speak. Basically, beating the story modes or getting a really high score, which is good because there are probably things that you've, put in the table that some people may never see because it's so far down the line of, hey, this is, oh, Snorlax. Um, this is so far, into getting the table. It's almost there's some extra ball. Heck yeah. That is really really cool. And I love the bumpers too. The side are those side ducks on the bumpers. What's their name?
What, the side of the bumpers?
On top of the bumpers, the pop bumpers at the top. Is that side duck?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I was just
That's
saying I
side
really
up,
I
yeah.
really like those. Nice. What do we got next? Oh, evolved the Gyarados, I think. And we're going
Yep.
to the bonus. Nice. Oh,
Oh, you know your Pokemons well.
I'm I'm trying. I'm trying to make sure I don't embarrass myself. I know a lot of the original stuff. When I was a kid, I have a lot of younger sisters, and I'm the oldest, and so a lot of this stuff. It was cool growing up because I could take them to go see it and not feel too embarrassed and be like, "Hey, why are you watching this?" But it was it. I remember watching the first Pokemon movie in the theaters, and then taking my sister to be like, "Oh, it's for them," but inside I was like, "Oh, this is awesome! This is so cool!" Like I was like, "Oh, there's Mewtwo." So I'm trying. Ooh, what kind of ball do we have right now? Shoot, I wonder which one that is. But I think one of the cool things I love in a table and why I truly enjoy yours, especially this one, is sort of the upgrade and change in the pinball that you're actually shooting at the time. Because it's sort of this like representation that, hey, I'm doing something decent right now. I'm actually like, I'm actually progressing in some way. Is that I'm not going to ask if it's hard to code, but is that something you try to add to a lot of your tables? The changing ball.
Um, I have added that to Super Mario Galaxy
Okay.
because then with every different player you get a different ball. So it just gives sometimes an extra touch, but I'm not using it always.
Gotcha. And
And
the
also the ball pictures are I got them from GP Sellers because I asked if I can use that. So I got the X of his table and the ball images and the ramp is from Zelda.
oh, nice. Is there a video game that you really like to do? And it doesn't have to be something you're working on now. It can be something in the future. Is there like a old video game that you've played? You're like, I'd love a table for that. Like when we load up
I already
Ducktales.
did that. I already done that. That's Halo.
Ah, nice.
Because Halo, that reminds me, we had that big old CRT screens,
Yep.
and then we played on the Xbox and then split screen
Did you do LAN
with
parties?
friends. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then just like for Friday night, they come over and then with a couple of friends you play this split screen, and then you had like this side of a screen, even it was like a big CRT, but it was so fun, really.
Yeah,
I had so much fun with them.
that's awesome. Have you played any of the new Halo stuff, like Halo Infinite or? Um,
Yeah,
nice.
I did. A friend of mine, he has a new Xbox. I don't. I have a Switch, and I played the new Pokemons on that, and I have a PS4, and that's it. But I like you have a busy
Yeah,
busy life,
yeah.
so we don't have so much time to play. Even we want to play more.
Oh yeah, exactly. It's funny when creators like yourself sort of come out with new tables or whatever it is, pup packs, anything like that. Um, I'm kind of like, okay, well, what just came out? Because I need to make sure I divvy my time up appropriately. Um, or if I'm in like a virtual competition where we're playing one table that week, I'm like, okay, well, I don't want to spend too much time on the competition because I want to play a lot more Pokemon this week, or I want to play Tron or whatever it is. So it's time. You're right. Time is undefeated. Time will always win out. But it's fun. So it's amazing to me when you told me the number of hours to create this table. I'm still a little shocked at not that it took that long, but that you're spending that amount of time making sure that it's perfect. And that's why I always want to tell people, please make sure you give feedback to these creators because they're spending thousands of hours making things that they could be spending on other projects maybe they have a passion for. So thank you again, because this
Or
is
on your personal life, eh?
yeah, exactly. This is it's such a cool experience. I mean, if you've never played Pokemon, this is, I would say, a really cool introduction because it shows you sort of the dynamic of, okay, catch a Pokemon, train it, try to evolve it, battle a gym leader, and it has all aspects of the Pokemon franchise and the original franchise, which is cool. What do we do? Oh, we lost. But it's one of those things that you get to see when someone like yourself, spends the time, and and you have a passion for it, you're going to see that come out in the quality of the table. So thank you again. What are the B numbers below the mini playfield? Is that the boss level or the boss stage? It says B1, B2, B3, B4.
Yeah, it's like bonus game 1, bonus game 2,
Gotcha.
bonus game 3.
Okay. And are those the
And then
ones
they
that
will
I've
be
won already?
Yeah,
Okay.
and then after you win them all, they will reset.
Okay, cool. Dang it, I can't win a battle. Getting wrecked.
You have 50% chance of winning a battle, so 50% chance of bad luck.
I should go to a casino because I'm losing here. I need to, maybe I'll win in the casino.
If you already lose here, then definitely not spend your money on the casino.
That's true. That's very true. That's actually sage advice. If I'm losing a Pokemon Pinball, maybe I should just stay home for the day. And yeah, Paladin is completely right. The Game Boy element in the Flex DMD is so cool, especially when it shows the menu. when you're getting ready to battle, or I forgot what triggers it again, but where it says fight item, menu or run. Very good addition. Was it hard to find that asset, or was that pretty easy?
Yeah, it was yeah, to find was okay, but you also had to modification it because of the arrows, so you had to Photoshop the file as well,
So
and that it fits.
what is involved in using Flex DMD? Is it what program are you using? Are you using Photoshop or?
Yeah, to make the DMDs I'm using Photoshop,
Okay.
and then I have a format where the pictures can be in, and then what I did was because I don't know, I was one of the beginning to make the animated images on it because I just want to play like a little bit of animation on it.
Yeah, they're
Like
really cool.
when you lose the ball,
Yeah, exactly like that. It's kind of
that
like
he's flying. Yeah, it's
kind of like
just
mini pup pack, sort of speaking. With the animation on the Flex DMD, you get that
yeah.
little clip, and it's cool because a lot of modern pinball machines nowadays they obviously have a full LCD going for them, and they use the clips there to show something from whatever series or theme the pinball machine is made after. So I love seeing it on the Flex DMD.
Yeah, me too, because that's like old school, huh?
Yeah,
It's,
it is.
that's
It-
from our time.
Exactly. If you could own a physical pinball machine, do you have one that you'd pick? Would it be an older one or a newer one?
Yeah, definitely Attack from Mars.
Oh, nice. Good choice. Good choice.
That's
And that
why I wanted to do Halo, and I think that team really suited for the Halo team that I made. So it was really suitable.
Yeah, exactly. I think Attack from Mars has such a cool, like, straightforward format. You got two ramps, two orbits, the center shot with the drop target bank. You've got little drop targets around the field, but that center bash toy, I think as humans, we all have this, oh, what's the shiniest thing we find? And that UFO in the middle, the center bash toy is really cool.
Yeah, and with Halo, it's not there in the beginning, so it flies into the playfield,
That's so cool.
and that's really nice.
What was your choice for the Halo theme as far as parts of the series? Were you doing the original 1 through 3, ODST Reach, or ODST or Reach? What were you looking to include?
Yeah, it's a difficult question. Good one. I think more the original, because if you see the bunker that's used in the first Halo,
Yeah.
when you shoot, you have to shoot out with your friend because you can do the sniper from that level, from one bunker to another bunker. So I really wanted to include that.
Do you? I haven't played it as much as I would have liked to. Do you have a mode that involves the warthog at all?
No, no,
Okay.
it's just like yeah. You mean the aliens that you have to hit them in the playfield below, and then I have the different ones.
Gotcha.
And it's like the physics below, it's a little bit different because I wanted to create a little bit more of like a spacey environment, so the ball is really floating.
Yes. Perfect. Did you ever? I'm not trying to segue to because you said the word floaty, but did you ever play Future Pinball?
Yeah, I did. I loved Terry Red's Sonics, and I tried the Gremlings because we also want to do a team. And yesterday somebody else posted a reteam of the Gremlins.
Yes.
So yeah, so I'm really in doubt to go forward, but I think he wants to go forward with it.
Yeah, I think
And
Balutito just
yeah,
released
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah. It was really nice reteams.
Oh, there's the
And
animation.
yeah, and further from Future Pinball, yeah, I played also Wacky Races. just to
Nice.
see what they had in it, and I want to do something different than that. And I think that turned out well.
I think it did too. I mean, Wacky Racers was such a cool surprise. I didn't, it was. I'm not gonna say it was before my time. I think it might have been, but um, the characters in it are really iconic, especially from that era of animation. As far as the style, the look, the intellectual properties they were in, was what was I going to say? I was going to say it was a nice surprise. Was that sort of a culmination of everything you had worked on before and throwing in some new tricks, or just sort of the stuff you had already done before?
Just like what you said, the
Okay,
things that I did before and some new things.
nice.
Because like with FNAF, I also made a jump scare, so that it's over the playfield,
Yeah,
and
I've been scared by it.
yeah, then I did my job very well.
Yeah, it was on stream. I think I was playing it, and I was like, okay, we're gonna go to the night shift, and I forgot what triggered it. But I was playing it, and all of a sudden, the jump scare happened. I won't give it away, but it was well done, very well done. And I've only played Five Nights at Freddy's the original. I never beat it, but I played it, and I was like, this is a very well integrated theme. So kudos to you.
Yeah, more kudos to Dr. James House because he wanted to try to make a table. And so I said, let's help out him because he asked if he could help somebody out. And then I said, yeah, I just want to release it within 1 month. Then he said, oh, that's fast. I said, yeah, but that's the time that I have for it. So it has to be like that. And he coded the day and night mode. And he also made that because I said I really want that the ball is spinning and stuck, and he made the magnet to make that happen.
Nice. That's really cool. I've always wondered how you guys code those magnets in. I'll have to. I'm gonna try to make my own table at some point. It's gonna be based on a mall, like a shopping mall, and you're gonna have to revive old franchises like Radio Shack, Blockbuster, all that sort of thing that we have in the States. So I'm interested in how all those elements come together. Do you have a hardest part of coding or scripting?
Yeah, it depends on what you want. And
Yeah.
like I said to many people before you, just take it step by step. And if you want to have all kinds of cool things, you get overwhelmed.
Yes,
And
I
then
can imagine.
and then you're going to quit.
That I could. Have you ever quit mid-process and just said, I got to take a break?
Oh yeah, with Wacky Races, I quit 1 week, and I took a break on that because everybody said to me just take a break, so I did. So yeah, and like now I just want very much things. Like I said yesterday to Okusan is, yeah, when I'm in front of my PC, I'm only listening to the MP3s, what I want for the tables. But lately, there's no work coming out of my hands, so I think I just need a little bit of a break.
Oh, I can imagine. I mean, even just this table alone. What are your initials, by the way? You get the high score.
REM.
REM, you got it. Thank you for talking. Well, hold on, let me do that. There we go. 1,000 hours on this, I would be so burnt out. It's so good, but I would also be. We're gonna come out. Put on the video real quick. I would be just, if you're ready, I would be so burnt out after 1,000 hours. I would say, hey, can I get a break here, people? I just need to. I need to take a second. But again, thank you so much for talking with me about Pokemon Pinball. I think it's a blast. You just saw how long one game lasted, and I love that experience. I love getting to make my time, and it gives me that ego boost as much as I may need it sometimes. And it's not easy. It's just that it's a different approach of the speed of the ball, some of the ball saves. I love the right out lane kicker of Pikachu zapping the ball in back into the play field. It's cool. And again, I'm going to put this up real quick. It's right here for everybody. It says !REM, D as in dog, WAAS. You can get all of our guests' tables at either VP Forums or VPUniverse.com. Thank you for posting on both sites. I appreciate that, and I appreciate you for talking with me about that. Is one of my favorite sort of chill tables to go to whenever I need to kind of just relax, unwind, and get to look at a classic property. And not everybody's a Pokemon fan, but even if you aren't, there's a lot to do in it. So thank you again. We're gonna talk next about what are we gonna talk about? Oh, we're gonna move to a little more mature theme, and we're gonna talk about South Park. So why don't you give us just a little introduction on how this came to be, your thoughts on it, and then I'll load it up and we'll go right back.
Yeah, Terry, for sure.
Terry knows all about that.
Yeah.
So give us a little intro about South Park. We're gonna go to South Park Pinball, how it came to be, your thoughts on making it, and just how it.
I found the old version from 2002 on ihearpinball.com or something.
Mm-hmm.
You had the really old version, and I loved the flow, the gameplay. Like I said, for me, if I'm building a table, it's for me all about the gameplay. So I just took that, and then I wanted to add, because everything was with images. There were no 3D objects in it, and I just want to add the extra things. And I think the original South Park table that's out there, that's really too nice.
Yeah, it
And
is the Sega one. Yes.
yeah, the Sega one. I love that table, really, I do. But I think with the call outs and with the things, it's really too nice. And I just wanted to make something more adult of it.
Yeah, there's no find the clitoris mode in the Sega version because I think they were looking at it and they were saying, if we put this in a bar or an arcade, we got to have kids be able to play it too, because it's got a colorful palette and it's inviting and it's very colorful. So they probably couldn't take your approach. But let's roll, which is okay. That's okay too. I'm going to turn off your video. We're going to load this up. You have about 20 minutes, right? 20 or so?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm
And
going
I
to play.
go to work.
Okay, no problem. We'll play a quick one of this, and I do want to show everybody Ducktales, very much so. So let me load this up. Thank you again. And then we're gonna load up Popper. We're gonna get a quick game on here of South Park, and thank you for taking your time. What do we got? A floating point operation. Okay, there it is. There's the error message. Someone said my PC's too fast, and it's causing Popper not to be able to catch up, but it works eventually once I do this. And if not, I'll always just load it out of VPX, but I wanted to show people the media as well. Is your Popper playlist, and then here is South Park Pinball. We got our full DMD, we got the back glass.
Please wait. I am now loading up
we'll
the
go
game.
from there.
Have fun.
All right. The well-known launch audio, please wait, that everybody uses in Popper. So with this South Park, again, it uses Flex DMD. There's a ton of cool modes on it. And we'll get a quick game in, come back, load up Darkwing Duck, Ducktales. I don't know why I'm saying Darkwing Duck. Well, you have my
Because
backlash.
I'm going to release that.
So I apologize. I had an issue with the backlash. I thought I fixed it, but it's not there. But that's okay. We've got the main table and the full DMD, so that'll work as well. So the skill shot. Can you tell me about the skill shot here?
Yeah, that's like I said, Okusan helped me with it. So the bus is going to drive, and you have to hit it when the lights are flickering.
Ah, okay. So it doesn't involve the stop sign, right?
No, it stops there because
Okay.
there's a stop sign.
Gotcha. And so we're on Find the Clitoris mode, and they are hidden throughout the table, but they are pink objects. I think I got 2 or 3. Okay, there's one on the right side now. What was any inspiration in creating the modes? Just watching the show again?
Yeah, watching everything again, and then I thought this is really funny.
So, do you have a favorite episode?
Yeah, it's chickenpox. Because then they all get the chickenpox, and then they go to Kenny's home and
Yeah,
Kenny's
that's
home, and they're going to sing in the. He's going to sing in the ghetto. Now I really laughed so hard about that.
That's right. I do remember that episode. So, is the final mode on this good versus evil? I'm looking at the top and middle of the playfield. Or is the final wizard mode, does that involve good versus evil or just collecting everything?
It's just collecting everything.
Collecting everything, gotcha.
Yeah.
And
Did you already complete the mode? Or
no,
not?
no. I
Details?
think
No?
I think I drained on. I think I've completed fine. Let me see. I don't think I'm not doing as well as I did on Pokemon Pinball. I think I collected like 4 and then I drained.
Yeah.
But so the mode is on the top left, right? The school.
Yeah, but you also have like what people don't know is if you play the Find the Clitoris, then you play in the Kenny Kicker, and then you can do the Clitoris boss, and then after that you can play Kim Jong-un.
Nice. I just got to
Because
pick a
now
song.
now it's locked.
Nice. Yeah, I just I never noticed the song selection choice. I usually always just pick the first option given to me.
Yeah.
Oh, and the Flex DMD is so good. The animations are really well done. Really, really well done. What made you want to put Kenny in the middle? And
Because
just-
it was also on the original table.
Oh,
So there was on the left there was only a toilet. So I at the school because to make the school missions, and the church was also not there. I built the church myself in Blender
oh,
because
nice.
it's nowhere in on the internet. And also I built Towley, the towel, also in Blender myself. And I just give that to Sketchfab to put also in the community because I also download there a lot
That's
of models.
awesome.
So I just want to give something back.
I love all the animals at the bottom of the near the flippers too. Just that.
Yeah, the
And then-
Satan animals.
Yeah, and then the Grim Reaper at the drain lane. Oh, so good. So they took our jobs going, and the trash bag is in between the pop bumpers. I'm trying to get there. Oh, that's a tough shot. And so
Yeah.
there's a cool. Oh, get in there! Dang it! There's a cool timer again right above the flippers that tells you how much time you're in the mode. We did complete one mode. Oh, dang it! Missed it. Okay, let's do save Ike. Hit 5 aliens. Complete the mission. Oh man, yeah, it does look like we completed clitoris mode because it is lit. I see that it's lit, so we did complete, and that's really cool. I never noticed the little icons.
Okay.
Oh, that's amazing. That's so amazing. So
So
go ahead.
if you complete the aliens, then just shoot in the Kenny kicker, and then we can try to do the boss.
Okay, I think I just drained, but right on cue. We got the moo. And what did the moo lanes do up top? The rollovers.
Yeah, it's like you hear one time moo, and now you're in integrity mode. Then
Gotcha.
you have to hit the wheat plants, and oh yeah, you can do still missions. But the moo, it's like you hear one time moo because I found the sounds from the cows, and then they do a sound moo moo twice. So I thought when you complete it first time moo, then you hear one time moo, and then the second time you hear moo moo, and then till 6 times I found the sound. So I thought that was funny to do. Because you have one episode that they are waiting for the clock, and then they're going to jump off the cliff every cow and things like that. So I thought I just want to edit that.
Yeah, it was where they were sort of in a cult.
Yeah.
They were
That's
like
so funny.
they were like staring at some giant statue of a cow.
Yeah.
And then the cops at the end, they're like, "No, don't do it," or whoever says it.
Yeah.
There we go. And Kenny changed into a tractor. What was that? In the middle, I shot him, and then a tractor showed up.
Yeah, because you are in integrity mode, so I thought it's fun to make it look like a farm. So I changed the back walls. Okay, now you can do the boss.
Yes, I'm gonna kill the the clitoris boss.
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
And
then
now
we
you
gotta
have to hit the boat on the left and on the right. You see the pink
Yep.
3D objects again, and then you can hit it, and then you
Then
have
I
to
can
do
hit
that
it,
3
got it.
times.
So it's an
Finish
unbreakable. It's an unbreakable clip right now.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's so funny. Okay, let me. So I did it. Now I gotta hit him again. Gotta hit the. Come on, I got you. One more time. Okay, so now I gotta go right and left. Get up there, and then hopefully I can beat the ball. Oh, blocked me. Damn it! Damn it! That was the unbreakable clip.
What's your name again?
I'll put your
Yeah.
name at the top again, and because I want to get to Ducktales real quick. But that was awesome. Thank you for showing me or giving all of us this. We killed Kenny once, got one school mission, one song completed, no bosses defeated. How many bosses are in this?
Many.
Many?
I
Okay.
think Kim Jong-un, Saddam Hussein, Hitler, Osama bin Laden, and the Klit. It's like 5.
That's freaking awesome. Thank you for this. Please go download that one. It's very like I keep saying, it's a very mature table, but it's very fun. It's got bosses, missions, songs. The audio callouts are absolutely amazing. I didn't want to drown out our guest's voice, so I kept the audio low, but you will see an absolutely amazing table with South Park. So now we're
Please
gonna load up
wait. I am
DuckTales
now
real quick
loading up the
before
game. Have fun.
before we end the interview. You want to tell us a little bit about your inspiration to create this? Was this a cartoon you watched, I imagine, like many of
Yeah.
us? Yeah.
Yeah. So I really like the team, and I watched the cartoon. I watched all episodes of it, but it was already a long time ago. Not for this. For this, I watched a couple to get the call out. Like when you insert a cone of cone and a coin, and that you hear who's the boss. It's like just give you that extra feeling from okay, I want to beat it. Just like that.
It's very, very cool. Did you ever play the old Nintendo game? I know they remade
Yeah,
it
also.
for.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
one was.
that's why I use the sound of it.
And I remember when it came out for the PlayStation 4, they did I think they did a remastered version. It was so much fun. I just remember bouncing on the moon again.
Did you also play Donald Duck Quick Attack for PlayStation 1 or not?
For PlayStation 1, no. I don't think I ever got the chance to. My PlayStation 1 experience, I came late in the game. I started with, like, I think the first game I ever got was Final Fantasy 9, if I'm not mistaken. Like, my dad bought it for me from a little shopping center. He's like, I thought you might like this. Here you go. I was like, all right. And so I started with a lot of RPGs. By that time, I had been not playing video games as much, but then it got me back in. And so right after I played Final Fantasy 9, like, PlayStation 2 was already out. So I started with that, and then I never really went back to PlayStation 1. Do you have a favorite console?
Yeah, I think that's for me the Xbox.
Xbox, yeah. That was a good
Yeah,
one.
just the one.
Yeah.
That was really, I really had a lot of, because it was so hype when it came out, and then with Halo, I really, because when we saw that it was like on televisions, in stores, they displayed it, and the graphics at that time were so awesome. And if you look now at it, you think,
You know, like-
can be better.
now you're like, what is that? A polygon?
Yeah, I see the pixels. I see the pixels.
Is this 360p? It's like standard television. It's like when we went
Yeah.
from standard to high def, or like seeing DVDs for the first time. It was kind of crazy. But I remember that original Xbox, man. They had so many good titles. And you're right. And what's crazy is now you can make an Xbox basically play anything, an original one, like an emulation machine. And it's
Yeah.
so cool because it still has some purpose, even though we have Xbox One, PlayStation 5, Switch, all that stuff. I love going retro from time to time. It's I've been playing Elden Ring a lot, and it's really nice to go back to, like, last night we played Oregon Trail, the original PC game, the DOS game, and it was just a
Yeah.
nice break from getting killed over and over again. What's your favorite part of this table?
About this table, it's I think for me it was the first animation in the DMD that I made. That if you play, you see now the diamond lighting up. If you play in that lane, then it's going to fly and to get the treasure.
And in the
you
middle,
see that on the DMD.
gotcha. In the middle of the table is what, the statue where the treasure is hidden, or oh,
No. That's it's for the vault, and if you hit that, then a vault comes up, and then you can hit the vault. And then I got the sound from the series that somebody was breaking into his vault. So and then you hear that like an alarm going off.
that's
So
right.
That was fun.
I think everybody's seen the GIF of Scrooge McDuck swimming in its money in the vault. So, oh, we got a multi-ball. Heck yeah. Nice. So I've got 2 gems, it looks like, the green and the purple, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And how do you collect those? Just hit the shots up top?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. And what happens when you collect all the treasure? You're basically done?
Yeah, and
Awesome.
then it locks again, and then you can play it over again.
Nice. Oh, that was the vault. Dang it. I didn't do too well. Oh, they're coming back. Heck yeah. Thank you. Thank you for giving me another chance. And what is the image on the ball? Just Scrooge McDuck?
Yeah.
Nice. Do you offer do you like having the table just ready to go, or do you like providing options for the player to maybe change an image or do something in the script, or you think that would cause too many headaches, which it might?
Now, for me, if I make a table, I just want to finish it, so it's good for the people out there.
Yeah.
And I rather won't have bugs, but you always see, even you test it through and through, sometimes you will get bugs.
Oh yeah, no, I sometimes I'll play a table too much, and then I find something, and then I tell the creator, and they're like, "Man, I didn't. I don't think anybody played it that much, so that would happen." All right, we got another high score. You are in the Hall of Fame now. On this cab, you will always be here unless we get another high score, which I might on Ducktales. I do want to collect everything now. Thank you again. That was freaking awesome. The theme song, I'm going to turn on your video real quick. The theme song, very classic, just an amazing property and series. I think the fact that they even remade it just shows how well loved it is. So thank you for making that table. I know you probably got a ton of stuff in the works. We all are looking forward to it and excited. Do you have anything? You don't have to name anything, just it's a general question. Do you have anything that's coming up for release? Or are you still working on some stuff that's going to take some time, maybe the summer release or fall release, anything like that?
Yeah, I hope faster, but I don't know. I have one adult table that I'm making, actually 2, and what I want to finish is Ducktales. You played just Ducktales. Sorry, I'm still a little bit tired
That's
because
okay.
it was early morning.
For everybody that doesn't know, it's basically 5, 6 a.m. his time, so I really thank him for showing up. Because I
And
would be exhausted. I'd be wiping my eyes like, what'd you say?
and what I wanted to release is the Darkwing Duck because I'm really far with that.
Oh, nice. Another good one. I love, and that's another great Nintendo game too. I just remembering playing that on my console. Well, thank you
Yeah,
so much.
to for the gameplay you have to defeat the fearsome 5.
Ooh, so you got 5 bosses?
Yeah, but
Nice.
it's like different than other tables because you have to. It's only focus on defeating them.
Gotcha. Nice. Well, I love a good story mode, and as you see how I got when I tried to defeat the giant clitoris boss, I get excited with boss modes. Thank you so much. Again, Remdwaas, I really appreciate you coming on, and I'm really appreciative of the time that you spend. I hope you've had a good time today. Does anybody have a quick question? We've got a couple minutes. He's got to go. I don't want to keep him longer than I need to. But in the meantime, again, I'm gonna hit the command in the chat. You can use this link. There's 2 links. You can go to either VP Universe or VP Forums and take a look at his tables. They're awesome creations. We got to see a good long look at Pokemon. Please go play that at the very least. South Park is a really cool story mode based table with a ton of different missions. The callouts are absolutely awesome. Ducktales, it speaks for itself. It's a cool, I don't want to say simple shooter, but collect everything, go to the vault, try again, and try to get that high score. Show some of us up. and please leave feedback, but thank you again. Do you have anything you want to say before we leave?
I think you've said it all.
It's very true. I tend to talk a lot sometimes, but I really do appreciate it. I know you had to get up early this morning. I'll leave this VOD up for everybody and post it in Discord, in the Virtual Pinball Community Discord, also my own Discord and Instagram. Thank you again, sir. It was awesome to talk to you. I hope you have a good day and you get a lot of rest after work today. You've been busy.
Yeah, that's for sure. It won't be late tonight.
Exactly. You've earned some well-deserved rest, especially after 1,000 hours on Pokemon Pinball. But thank you, everybody. This has been Tuesday Night Tributes. Very appreciative of our guests, and I'll talk to you all later. Bye.
Bye-bye.
You take some chocolate and some lobster and some eggs and some pie, and then you mix it in your body. All out. You take some chocolate and some lobster and some eggs and some pie, and then you mix it in your body. Shit it all out. You take some chocolate and some lobster and some eggs and some pie, and then you mix it in your body. Shit it all out. You take some chocolate and some lobster and some eggs and some pie, and then you mix it in your body. Shit it all out. You take some chocolate and some lobster and some eggs and some pie, and then you mix it in your body. Shit it all out. You take some chocolate and some lobster and some eggs and some pie, and then you mix it in your